we knew where the Orkney were located, you know.
Hmm.
One of those places you say, I wonder whether ever in life one day I will end up in such a remote. I mean, it looks remote because you know the map has like the zoom in square at a moment where it says the Orkney is like bigger, you know, so they look even more far out. But we were in Scotland already. We have been in Scotland. We had been in Scotland a couple of times before. So
Yeah.
no, the furthest north we pushed was Aberdeen.
Mm.
It's still a big chunk to drive and then take the ferry to go to the Orkney. So
Yeah. From
Yeah.
Skavstad.
yeah,
And
so
what were your thoughts going on to the island?
that was nice. I mean, we're always excited to go to a place that it looks marvelous and I wouldn't say remote really, but a little bit like you wouldn't go normally, I think. But probably the British go on holiday on the Orkneys. I don't know. You know, it was just like one of those occasions we needed to grasp. It's very exciting for us to do some sort of safari tour.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah,
But in terms of like trips, I mean, was that quite a long? Is that quite a long way for you guys? Or I mean, because I know you do some crazy drives.
yeah, no, but it wasn't straight up. Not the two times we were already in Scotland touring, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was
And
on the.
do you feel like do you play a lot of Scotland? You know, like do you do because you made the both times you've come, you've made it like a tour, haven't you? Hi, Kyla.
Hiya.
Hey,
Hi,
hello.
Kyla.
Hi, how you doing?
Good, good. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. Sorry I'm a bit late.
No
Just
worries.
trying to...
Welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you.
We're just talking about people's first time experiences of going to Orkney.
hmm
You played the festival. What are your thoughts?
Well, I had an absolutely brilliant time from the trip up there to all the concerts. We did quite a few. We went over to Hoy, was it? There we went,
Mhm.
and that was amazing. Fantastic bunch of people. Chanellis were there as well. That was
Yeah, I
good
remember
fun.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was ace. I'm looking forward to coming back.
Yeah,
You're
because you're
coming
coming
back.
back this year, Kyla, which is amazing, which is absolutely
hmm
brilliant. Let me just get this a bit louder. Yeah. So we were just talking about the Chinellis. You made like a bit of a tour of it both times, didn't you?
Yeah, it was part of a Scottish tour. So I think normally what we do, we play around there, then we go to Aberdeen, and then we drive to the ferry in the morning.
This year we stopped a very nice place. I think it was Thurso,
Torso, yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
I'm looking at the map right now. We stopped in a very nice city, Thurso, you know. I had a coffee
Oh,
there.
yeah, yeah, I
City,
remember.
I mean village, small town, I don't know. But it was great. It's
Yeah.
great. I Something had happened that day. I don't remember what. But I had an entry on my journal, so I'll probably look at it and try to remember. Yeah. No, great.
What about you, David? Someone that's been involved with it, since you were little, and obviously you've gone on to play lots of different things since. But what was it like growing up in Orkney and being involved with the festival here?
I think it was always something to attain, like when you're growing up, the local festival is the kind of the thing you want to spend all your time crafting a band for this one pub gig that's like 40 minutes long, but it's like the biggest thing of your life when you're 15.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah,
like that was like it's always been something to like attain when we were growing up and like something to have a great weekend. And especially when you're like underage, and you're like going for like basically a party the whole weekend and that whole sort of like experience of what a festival's like when you're, too young to actually go down south and do it for real. It's brilliant.
And
I just
you went on to obviously study at the Conservatoire in Birmingham.
yeah.
what was it like growing up in Orkney, getting the opportunities to play blues and jazz and funk and other styles of music, which from my experience weren't as readily available because predominantly it was traditional music that was in the schools and folk music and things going on. For me, the Blues Festival was the only opportunity to get a chance to play rock and roll and blues and jazz and all the stuff that we loved.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know how real you want me to be, but like that, yeah,
How would you
that
say? How
is.
do you think that helped? And you
Oh,
could
100%. Like, I mean, Orkney's an incredible place, as we all know. Um, but there is a lack of opportunities for anything that's not really folk based.
agreed. Yes.
And it was the blues festival and the few jazz things I managed to get together before moving down to Birmingham were all like invaluable experience for playing. And it actually kind of gave me a leg up on the guys that were down here that had just done like jazz bands in their schools and not done any real gigs because I
Okay.
mean
Wow.
we've been doing the blues festival, been playing at that since I was 15 or something. So you've like even if it's like at kind of like amateur level, you're still used to playing in front of an audience. You're used to being on stage. And I came down here and like yeah, we're all like learning how to do jazz properly, from the grad like from year one, but the actual performances on the stage were like always easier for me because of the experience of playing at blues festivals and things like that.
Amazing. Amazing. Cool. Colin,
Dylan and David, what's it like playing in your own town, your own festival?
this
I think it's very stressful for Dylan. I can answer it for him. The last thing he wants to do is play.
He does, though.
hmm. Oh no, I still love playing drums as much as I did when I was 10. I'll always the opportunity to perform and no matter the circumstances of stress. But no, I love playing, and I mean like I'm super lucky because I'm involved with Andrew,
Mm.
and we get to play lots and lots and all over the place. And um, over the last few years, we've kind of gotten away from playing in Orkney so much. But the Blues Festival is an opportunity for us to play, and I love it, and I make sure that there's time to do that. Andrew is one of my main, you know, my main selling points for the festival. You know what I mean? Andrew's just incredible. So yeah, I love it, and the opportunities are still there. I mean, I think I played at my first blues festival when I was 15. Um, back, so that's 20 years ago. And I think I've played at every single one since, apart from maybe one. And it was just an opportunity, like David was saying, for us to play. Um, and then obviously I took over 3 years ago, and you know, just to think that I've been able to bring like Kyler and the Chinellis and all these guys, it's incredible. And I mean, that's what I wanted to talk about today was like where we see like a future, and like what kind of things would make it. Because I think at the moment it's tricky because I mean any festival that's booked on like an island's always going to have, strategic like problems because of weather and where things are and things. But I think at the moment we're trying to find ways that bands can work more parts of Scotland because I think after COVID and things, it's a shame that I think maybe Glasgow North, from what I gather, there's not a whole lot of things going on. I don't know how you guys find like Alessandro, Marco. I don't know if there's when you go to book these tours, was there lots of opportunities or was it tricky? I don't know.
Well, it's always a bit tricky, I think, because
Yeah.
there's only, as you said, there's only a certain part of Scotland that it seems like is involved with live music and performances, and after that point is either you go Orkney or you go back. It's just there's not a lot happening, so it's tricky if you want to really plan a tour. And I don't think I know all the bookers around there, all the venues, of course. It just the little experience that we got in these past 2 years, really. But it seems like, yeah, after a certain point, nothing is really happening, or I don't have contact with anybody, you know.
Yeah.
And
I think that's why, you know, for me, it's like so important that I make the experience the best we can. I mean, it's only a very small festival, and I'm hoping that over the years I'm involved, it'll grow and grow. But I think we're so thankful that bands of your caliber even consider coming, and you know, we do try to make it the best opportunity we can because we're so thankful that you know you consider coming such a long way, because I appreciate there isn't much going on in between, you know, sometimes. So
yeah, but it was a real pleasure, man. It really was. It was a great time, great experience. We loved both years, and you know, it's totally worthy. Also, we had some time off to visit a bit the island, which was great.
oh, did you?
Yeah, yeah. So I think the first time in particular, we had some time off and we drove around. And it's crazy because you got the sea, and then normally, you know, you expect like a beach and a really different type of layout. But then you got just next to the sea, you got farms right away. You know, it's such an unusual scenario for me to see, actually. It was great.
Absolutely. Wow.
Yeah.
And what about the venues in Stromness, about playing Town Hall? How was that for you, Kyla?
We loved it actually. It was
Uh-huh.
gorgeous. We did the town hall and we did sorry, that's my daughter coming in. We did the town hall, we did the little theatre in Hoy, and we did the what was it called? The hotel?
Yeah, the Royal upstairs.
Right. The Royal
Royal
Hotel.
upstairs and the Royal. Yeah, I think that town hall gig was fantastic though. I think we were on and then it was the animals and it was just party vibes. Yeah, it's great. One thing I didn't get to do was visit the island at all, really. We were busy and also very busy having fun as well as doing the gig. So this time I'd definitely like to have a look around.
We'll make
And
sure
have
I'll make sure that
you
happens.
played anywhere like the Hoy Hall before?
We've played in many places, but that's pretty special. I think what's the
Yeah.
capacity? Something like 40 or something. It's very tiny. But when the islands, I think there's 300 residents or something. So that was quite a special gig. Yeah, definitely. Very
What was
cute.
your
And it's
experience
community
about,
run as well, isn't it?
what was your experience like on the ferry?
The ferry was it was nice actually. I think wasn't too choppy from what I remember, which was a relief. But the interesting thing was on the way up, we stayed for one night. I can't even remember what the town was called, but we just picked it out of nowhere, a random pub that had rooms above, and it turned out that the Violet Hours were staying there on the same night as
Right.
us.
Oh,
Just
wow.
picked out of nowhere, and they were actually doing a gig there that night for their bed and breakfast.
Oh, I remember this because
Yeah.
I was so stressed out about the Wednesday, Thursday, and my pal Chris Preston had phoned me and said, "You'll never guess Kyla Brox is in the same hotel." So I turned around and said, "Holy shit, she's coming!" It's like that was the kind of relief that I needed to know that you were definitely coming.
Oh, I would never let you down. But
Yeah.
that was a really fun evening as well because we'd never heard them play before, but we sat in the bar and listened to them, and that sort of started the whole festival off to a really friendly and good start.
Well, I mean, it's a super lineup this year. Obviously, I've got Kyla coming again, both as a duo and with a band as well, which I'm super excited. Jimmy Carpenter, I know you're a big fan, Colin.
Oh yes, looking
Jimmy
forward to seeing
Carpenter.
Jimmy again.
Delight.
How did you manage to get an American on in the festival?
Well, I've got two. I've got two this year. So I've got
Yeah.
Jimmy Carpenter come in. I believe he's based in Las Vegas.
Mhm.
I just asked the question, and for some reason, it managed to work out with some other things he was doing. Danny Britt's the other one that's coming, who's like an Austin-based singer-songwriter. I think he had something to do with that Jerry Jeff Walker band, if you remember them.
Yeah.
But he's actually coming with Spider McKenzie, the very well-known Scottish harmonica player, who's how I got to know about that. I'm very good friends with Spider. Who else? Ian Siegel. He's coming.
Look out.
He tells me that you were staying at his house the other day, Chinelli's.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did he tell you he was going to Orkney?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and Tom Atter. I was hoping Tom might join today, but possibly he's Tom's coming, someone that I've admired for so long, and actually me and Kyla spoke backstage last year, didn't you? You recommended Tom.
Mm-hmm.
We managed to make that work. Paolo Fuschi, is he?
Paolo.
Yeah, incredible. He's sort of like a funky kind of blues guitar player. And yeah, the Violet Hours again. So it's a super lineup. Andy Taylor Group, and then loads of local bands, and yeah, it's going to be awesome. And it's
Yeah,
all going to be based in the town hall this year. So I've hired a sound and lighting company to come up from South. And we're going to dress the hall a bit different. There's going to be food, and there's going to be like bar and lots more going on. It's going to look a bit different. And I think that'll give the festival the opportunity to have, the best we can all in one place, as opposed to maybe spreading ourselves slightly thin,
yeah.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah, you will know in time what's the best formula for the Orkneys. I think you do well to change stuff year by year, because maybe you find out like having everything concentrated in one place, have a food court, like bring more people, look more busy is better for the festival or not.
Yeah. I think
So
you're so right. And like from a programming point of view, having like an early show and a late show, which is what I'm going to be doing this year. Like for me, that's been like a real challenge to try and program that in a way that everything's a little bit different, and there needs to be different lighting and needs to be different things going on. And I'm so lucky that I've got like Kyler coming as a band and as a a duo, and I can from a like a booking point of view, I can make every night a little bit special and every event. And that I think has been exciting for me to try and do this year. I've really liked that. And also that goes back to what you guys did for me. I mean, you can do three kind of different sets, which in Orkney is so important because it's such a small population. For me to find a band who offers something a little bit different every time is just incredible. Because obviously you come maybe on the Friday and you stay till the Monday. It's a long commitment. So yeah,
do you,
yeah.
I have a question for you.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I mean, do you feel pretty much fulfilled in organizing the festival as like a result at the end of the festival, or you're still aiming to do something else? I mean, do you think it's a success, the Orkney Festival, like the way it's going in your head, or you want it to be more this way? You're going towards a direction still.
I think when I took over 3 years ago, it sort of fell on me. And obviously it had been COVID and things had, there was an opportunity there for me. But my aim was to improve the framework, which wasn't always working at times, to improve the flow and to bring much, much more high profile acts. I certainly done that, and I've certainly brought the festival.
To me,
Um,
it looks like a great success. But
yeah,
I noticed that it's mainly for local people who live in the Orkneys to attend the show. I wonder whether was your intention to bring tourists to the
well,
Orkney
that last year especially, there was a lot more tourists than the year before. So, and this year, predominantly the weekend passes and the VIPs are people traveling from afar. So it's kind of a bit of both. And I'd like to strike that balance. Whether I ever will, I don't know. But but yeah, I'm going to continue to grow it and
I
continue to.
think I mean, we had the experience of playing on Svalbard last year as
Mhm.
well, and that was incredible, and everyone sort of met up at the airport in
Wow.
Oslo and flew.
Yeah.
There was the whole plane was basically full of artists or people who were going to be in the audience, and it was brilliant. And I think that's what you should strive for, that kind of vibe where it becomes part of the festival almost, the travelling to and stuff. But
Well,
I mean, there
yeah.
were people from my hometown there last year, so which I thought was pretty cool.
But yeah, no, I mean, I keep doing it, and it's only for the reason of, trying to get stuff happening and bring, popular music to Orkney. I'll continue to try and make it. And I totally agree, Marco. It's like about trying different things and having the guts to do that, because not everything's always going to work every time. And
Course, of
opportunities
you
like
need
this.
to try. You need to try. You do well. You need to try,
Yeah.
and then
Mm.
take the consideration. I have just a suggestion. Probably you already are organized with it, but from seeing a lot of festivals
Mhm.
around, I think what it works really well that gives like a lot of appeal to the festival is I mean, in some festival, like even in remote place, we played in Portugal, in Spain. Some of them they had a content creator, a guy who just does this job to do amazing video reels and be able to edit and publish on the at the end of the day of the festival. I mean, someone who just and can guarantee you, sometimes when you see these reels, it looks spectacular,
Mm.
like a small reels of the how do you say, the summary of the day,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
like, and then you have a lot of picture already, the contents are ready to use and to share, with the bands
Day by
playing,
day, yeah.
like they do in Glastonbury, or like they do in
Yeah.
festivals. They have like someone who creates reels from every day or moments of the festivals and blah blah blah. This will make, I think, that will make to the eyes of people who don't know a plus, like to say, wow, yeah, look, like this is amazing, like, and we remember in Portugal we did this
Yeah.
festival in Braga Blues Fest. It's just a town. It's just not more than the Orkney, for example. They have like small stages, one big stage, but there is the guy. This guy is an amazing content creator. He's able to actually do reels by midnight on the day. You will see reels on the page of all what happened on the festival, and it's just like, I think this drives more attention. I thought you may be helpful to.
Absolutely, totally, yeah.
If I
That's
if I were you, I would just make an investment to have like the best guy who does the best contents, because for the web, I mean, for the time there, it's perfect. People is having a heck of a time. It's just like you do it, and the everything is perfect. You go home, you're happy. But for the people who don't know what it is about, sometimes I know you look for quotes for people like to.
yeah.
The best way is to have a very strong, like very well crafted visuals, and this will help you a lot, I think.
Thank you, Marco. I think that's absolutely right. Absolutely, thank you.
No worries, no worries. The
Yeah.
one thing I would love to see, this the a reel that like alternates like frames of live shows, people having fun, people drinking, people visiting, people walking on the grass, like all the everything mixed together
Some of
in
the
a
TV
30 seconds
yeah.
reel that will like make, whoa, I want to go to work next
And
year.
also the scenery of Orkney itself, because obviously that's a selling point for people who are travelling. It's not just the music; it's the fact that it's an incredible island, and a lot of people would like to visit. And given sort of an excuse to go there,
Yeah,
Exactly.
I think it definitely makes people want to go, doesn't it? If they see it in such a good light.
amazing.
Right.
like-
Describe the Orkney Blues Festival in a sentence, Kyla.
Oh gosh.
No pressure.
Let me think. Compact, friendly, and exciting.
Yeah.
Marco?
Okay, like the Orkney Festival is something you need to experience in your life.
Alessandro?
Music, cheese, whiskey.
Excellent. Excellent. David?
The best way to spend a weekend in Orkney.
Yeah.
Dylan?
Yeah, I absolutely love it, and I'll keep doing it. I love it.
Good.
Well, I would
What
say
about you, Colin? What about you?
Yeah.
I would say it's one of the best festivals in Scotland that I've been to.
Fantastic.
One of.
Come on.
The best. The best. The best. The
Thank
people
you.
are
Come on.
fantastic. The organisation is wonderful.
Yeah.
It's so difficult to put a festival on an island anywhere, but Orkney with the internet connections and the travelling, I just take my hat off. It's absolutely wonderful, and managing to get such great artists as you have and as you are, it's just brilliant.
Thanks, Colin. Thank you.
You know, Dylan, what we look forward to more than actually playing, or just as much as performing the Orkney Festival, is to attend the welcoming party with all that amazing food.
That's a rarity in the UK.
That's the best in the world.
Yeah.
Best
Oh, well,
hospitality.
You've only got a few
Absolutely.
weeks to wait, Kyla. You've only got a few weeks to wait.
Woo!
Okay, I'm conscious of the time here, guys, because it's
Yeah.
about to run out. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking the time to chat about that, because that's exciting. And thank you everybody for being here. I'll look forward to seeing you all very soon. Okay.
Absolutely.
Nice
Thank
one.
you. Thank you so
Thank
much
you,
for
guys.
Thanks so much.
you, guys.
Yeah.
Cheers,
Have a lovely
David.
day, everybody.
Bye. Bye.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye.